Hello! Hello, everyone. We're back to walking. Feeling healthy again. How are you all doing tonight? Warwick with a 60-second month at tier 3. Thank you so much. We're in for a doozy here tonight. Big episode. I have been watching. I just almost managed to finish the men's lead portion of their qualifications. Hold on. It was a bloodbath. Oh my God. I just about had a heart attack watching one of the last climbers. I have not watched Speed yet. I'm not really as big a fan of Speed. I know Speed is probably the more beginner-friendly, more approachable version, but I'm all in on Boulder and Lead. But, big episode. Obviously, we've got a lot of things happening in terms of the veto competition, how that plays out, the drama that precedes it, but also big on what is going to be in this episode. What is the edit going to look like? Give me one sec. Sorry about that. Episode has started.
I'm not eating.
Angela is Godzilla. Just.
That's where I'm at. Semper fine. Commercial by 5:12. Jay Keith, welcome. Of all time. Realizing the folly of wearing this hoodie. Lower, thank you for the 30-second. Yes. Sometimes I do want to go home to my family. Good for the resume. I mean, we knew Quinn would be a focus of the episode. Ice with 6 months in advance. Thank you. Gizmo with 5.
Wow, a 5!
Thank you, Gizmo. Make sure you thank Gizmo for that generosity. CS, thank you for 40th. How is there trust there? You like don't talk to him. Am I the only one? I feel like I'm the only one. What is up with crushes as an adult? Like crushed to the extent that you're gonna go around saying, I have a crush on this person. Early commercial. Man, I cannot get the positioning correct on this treadmill. Like, am I wrong? Is there anything like what happened to just like being like, yeah, this person's attractive. You know what I mean? Because I feel like crush implies so much more. Okay, hold on. Prediction. Any Cam and Leah showmance content in the next segment? Yes, no. I'm so frustrated with this treadmill. I cannot find the right position for it. Listen, I recognize that I seem to be in the minority on the crush thing. I just feel like I had crushes in like high school. You know what I mean? Before I understood that like relationships existed and that it should be like a reciprocated thing. Asia on the screen. All right, we're back. Well, I feel like Kenny would be a top choice. No, I didn't fall. I'm just trying to reposition my treadmill so it stops squeaking. I think I need to lubricate it or something. Maybe I've been overusing it. No, it comes with lubricate. You're supposed to lubricate your treadmill. No joke. I mean, I appreciate that they're giving us this, but I feel like this is not the episode to go all in on the Kenny stuff. I guess, yeah, I guess if they're expecting Kenny to be evicted. That was a no. Do we start the veto competition in the next segment? Yes, no. We just did the veto draw, so. I mean, so far this episode has been a little like fine in terms of expectations being high, but this is also the portion of the week that was very slow. Things didn't get interesting until post veto. I'm probably not gonna. You know what? Let's go max speed. Let's see if I can just like maintain max speed. Cause I'm feeling like I want to be walking more. Not gonna get to 10K in an hour at that speed. Although it is being squeaky right now. And now it's being extra squeaky. See, this is partially why I didn't want to recommend a treadmill, because this thing might like crap out on me. Like, I've liked it so far, but I cannot attest to its quality. No, Rob didn't say I can't walk on the podcast. I said to myself that I shouldn't walk on the podcast. Basically, I said this before, but like, when I asked for feedback on the update, I honestly think it was like 80-20 positive, but like 20% being like, nah, I don't like it, is more than enough to be like, all right, I'll save it for Twitch. We have immediately started the veto competition. Recharge my core. Cedric did say he threw this. Yeah, clearly if Cedric wanted to win this, he should have just run straight through. The amount of people in the chat that are saying, this is definitely equitable, before we're even seeing it play out is wild. I'm glad that you guys aren't comp designers. I can't prevent the squeaking. I'm losing my mind. Not the Oh My Lanta. I can't do it. It's driving me up a wall. I gotta stop walking. Oh my god. I know you guys can't hear it, but I very much can. She thought she would need to win this in order to vote. This comp is extremely boring. Especially for an episode where there's so much content. Like, why are we spending so much time on this? Waffle, thank you for the 21st. I did watch some climbing. Oh my god, there's still another person. He does. I'm telling you, he sounds so much like Derek. When it's just Kenny voiceover, it could genuinely be Derek talking to us. I do get that reference. Amanda, thank you. Oof. That was rough. That was a rough one. What's this movie? Blink twice. Oops. Oh. Hmm. Prediction. What should the prediction be? Do we see Tucker tell Joseph about Quinn's power? In the next segment. Do we see Tucker telling Joseph about Quinn's power? In the next segment. I assume we'll be at roughly this time frame, but the question is, how relevant is that? Is it relevant enough to include? Is it dramatic enough to include? Or will they just skip over it and go straight to Cam? Does anyone know how long that comp took? I feel like it was at least 10 minutes. Because I feel like they started at I feel like it either went to commercial at 5:17 or it started at around 5:17. I think it might have gone to commercial and then maybe started around 5:19. So maybe, yeah, maybe like 12, 13 minutes. 10 minutes too long. It just wasn't fun to watch. I feel like I couldn't tell where the vines were very easily. So it was just watching a person holding a thing and then being like, ah, ah, ah. We're back. I hate top three is used to hide how terrible their comps are. Because they don't want to have to show that it took Angela like 3 hours to do it. Playing in the Veto got my head back in the game. And even though I wasn't able to use it to pull myself off the block, when the entire time he was during the Veto in the diary room, he was pitching that I really want to win this to pull Angela off the block. Yeah, this is a Tucker hero edit so far. Which tells me if Tucker's the hero, Quinn is the villain. Quinn is the one that will go up. Did Tucker tell Joseph about Quinn's power or about Mackenzie's power? Yeah. I couldn't fit it in the character limit, but I did specify I was talking about Quinn's power. Oh, here we go. Yep. Yep, here it is. And Quinn is our third nominee. All right, that's going to be a no on the prediction. Next up, do we... We could go ball players, or we could go Leah. I mean, I'll say, to be fair to Quinn, we don't want people to be boring in the diary room. Like, he's just giving what he should be giving as a contestant on a reality show. It just also happens to be also giving production the ammunition to sink him. Not that they need the ammunition. They can use anything that, like, if they want to sink him, they will sink him. So, like, you might as well be entertaining in the diary room, because if you don't give them the entertaining line, they'll find another way to sink you. How about this? Does Leah have a DR in the next segment? Yeah, not only are we not seeing Joseph in the edit, but we're also not seeing his baby, the collective, in the edit. Because again, like, this is the thing. If they wanted to, they could so easily show Joseph doing his delusional thing, saying he's the star of the show, and Joseph would be the nominee this week. They could so easily make, like, it's just, you know what I mean? Like, and that's just the most obvious one. I just, like, I want everyone to recognize and acknowledge how easy it is for production to edit anybody they want into anybody they want. It does not matter what you do or say on a reality show. It is the producer's discretion how they portray you. And they can do whatever they want. You can't prevent them. from turning you into whatever they want you to be. You like confessing to cops. All right, we're back. I'm surprised we're resetting up Mackenzie. Because it's not super necessary that she agreed to not use it and then used it. I mean, it adds to it. Wait, we're setting up that she wants to use it. That there's definitely no point in doing that. Obviously, she's going to use it. That's what everyone would expect. You only need to set Mackenzie up if you're going to say she's not going to use it, and then when she does use it, it's a surprise. Yeah, so thank you. Facebook is angry at what? What are these cutaways to Quinn? See what I mean? Like, Cedric will say something like, but what if we didn't? And Tucker will be like, no, but you should. Like, it's kind of risky for me. No, it's not. You should do it. What? Wow. They're skipping so much. They're extra making this look like such a terrible play by Cedric. Is Tucker their new Matt? Somebody literally just said that in the chat. Like, they literally just can't help but make somebody the golden boy. This is so much funnier if you know that he was told not to do this and that Mackenzie was ready to not use her power. Did they just cut out Cedric's... It felt like they just cut... Like, Cedric had a speech and then they cut all of it out. Leah does not have a DR. I mean, the gall of them to hype this up as the best veto ceremony ever and then not set it up properly. Like, could you imagine if they were like, hey, it's Dan's funeral. This is the best move we've ever seen in the history of the show. But they don't show Dan talking to Frank. Like, what are we doing? Prediction. Final DR? Oh, hello. Is it gonna be Quinn, Tucker, Cedric, MJ, Angela, Kenny? Maybe another in there. Sorry, I can't change it to the big one because Kellis is in the way. Oh, we're back. We're back. I'll remember. He didn't blindside him. How do you portray it like he blindsided him? That's wild. Oh. It has an American flag on it. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I knew that. Yeah, they just guaranteed, without a shadow of a doubt, that Quinn is going up. They literally had Tucker in the DR saying, well, he didn't have the balls to put Quinn up. After painting Tucker to be totally in the right. Yeah, anybody else who is even in this episode isn't even eligible to be voted for. Like, actually, did anybody in this episode past the like 15-minute mark even get a confessional that is eligible to be nominated? So that was a Cedric final DR, by the way. Whoa. Mickey, welcome to the Robot Army. All right, Kellis clearly wants some attention. Obviously, lots of thoughts about that episode, and there will be a podcast very shortly. No. I mean, in terms of what that could have been, that's definitely one of the worst, most poorly edited episodes we've ever seen. And I think the very clear reason for it is that they had a very clear agenda. And they chose their agenda over good television. And the thing is that I don't even think they needed to go that hard. I think it would have been Quinn anyway. That's a wild one though. I gotta give Kellis some attention. And then I'm gonna prep for the podcast. But thank you all for hanging out. I appreciate it. I'll be back tomorrow for the eviction episode. And I will see all of you for the podcast tonight.